Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now it's 2nd and 9. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. He takes this for 3 to the 29. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And Diggs has it. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. 18 yards on each of the last 2 plays, and they're picking up big chunks now. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand.
And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. A great play there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Vikings have once again taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they would...
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Chicago! A big play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And now here's a carry heading left. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30.
Oh, you ain't got no feet.
Touchdown. A great effort there, with touchdown number 23 here on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. He will return this from deep in the end zone. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking a big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Here's Fields. Escaping the pressure right. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Fair catch called for and made, but they may back him up 10 here and have him do it again. So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, it's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression, jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
Now a handoff as they run left side. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and it may be a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 40 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
Got some real estate inside the 30. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody to run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good,
yeah.
Backside guys,
meh.
That's what you're supposed to do?
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now a give right side. Stapleton. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year and 3rd overall. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. On play action, Fields. That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. pulled in at the 24. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And that is incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage. Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open. Back to throw again. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. I think you have to chalk that one up for the defense there. Someone right on the spot. Excellent coverage. Didn't leave him enough room to come down inbounds, even though he did catch the football. They'll throw now on the final play. Going deep for Diggs. Well, this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the 2nd half. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And, Charles, they trail here, though not really the fault of this offense.
No, they certainly did their part in the 1st half. But when you're in a shootout like this, you definitely want your defense to play better, but you know that's out of your control. All you can do, keep putting points on the scoreboard and keep giving your defense opportunities to make stops. Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Off play action, Fields. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass. And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down. Now a handoff looking right. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 89 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And now here's a carry heading left. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5. Fields. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now they try the right side here. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That 2nd down play nets a -4. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll take a shot here for Patton. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now a handoff looking right. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
2nd down and 8. Fields now to throw. That's quickly to Atwell on the slant. And he's got this down to the 35.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Here's Fields. To the right side and complete to Atwell. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 21.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body.
The ball comes out.
I know many talk about the kick return as maybe the most exciting play in football. But any type of a return where it's a change of possession, where the defense gets the ball, that's exciting too. But it's not just an accident. Once they get the football, They've worked on finding people to block, creating running lanes for the guy with the ball, and protecting him. And this one was a long run.
Absolutely, they did all of that and more. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. Second and goal from inside the 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And now once again, they'll line up to go for 2. They'll try and run it here.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 90 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And his throw here's incomplete. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Back to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a one-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a 2-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Fields. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Fields. He finds his man, complete. It's Cox. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A huge play there for Chicago.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The Bears on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. Now they try the right side here. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. 1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bears have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So what can the Bears do here as they'll go for 2? They'll try and throw for it. That's caught at the 1. But he is not going to make it. It's a big play by the defense, and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they've got his man complete. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. Becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Vikings use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes this a 9-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And now here's a carry heading left. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 133 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Right back to him on first down. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Open man is Atwell, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, Fields. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off around the 27, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. This one complete to Patton. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. With another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Vikings add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. So here come the Vikings now as they'll again go for 2. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now a first down throw, Fields. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. On first down, it's Fields. Going right side here, and that's complete. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case. Down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be second and goal. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for 1 here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
And now we've got a 1-score game and at least a little light at the end of the tunnel.
Is that what we call a glimmer of hope?
Glimmer of hope.
Because they've got to get an onside kick and then find their way into the end zone before time expires. Glimmer, or what's less than a glimmer?
I don't know. You're the one that knows all the big words. A sparkle? A sparkle.
Yeah, there we go. That's what we're going with.
Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Minnesota, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Chicago, it's a loss that could have implications on the playoff race as they fall to 9-4. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our
I'm ready for more. You fired up, I'm fired up. Don't run from rap. 1, 2, 3. Hey. I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more. Game time. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. I just got 20, I'm running on empty. This mobile that came from my money is silly. I feel it envy, not trying to be friendly. It is what it is, if you want me, come get me. Whenever you ready, no, I keep it steady. Yeah, I get the W, throw the confetti. Please do not tempt me, don't hold it against me. We bout that action, don't ever forget it. Squad of gorillas, the army, the navy. When I call a play, I'ma score like I'm Brady. The title is mine, if you want it, come take it. Hey, I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war.